So I've just been going up for about 20 minutes from the campsite, and I have ascended into the clouds. The trail is kind of a nice smooth grade so far, and what I was told last night, and I believe it, is that that's because the Smokies is one of the few parts of the trail, if there even are any others, that's designed for horseback travel. So there's no crazy steep ups, and I believe it because at the shelter there was definitely what appeared to be kind of a place to tie up your horses if you had them. Not that I'm an expert in what those look like, but yeah, I just thought it was cool. This is the first time I've been up in the clouds, and hopefully it doesn't start pouring rain. But based on the wind and the clouds and the temperature, I'd say probably about the cruising altitude of a 747 or maybe like an Airbus A380, which is pretty amazing. I've never been that high before. So I'll catch you back up if anything else happens, but just kind of warmed up now. My hands aren't freezing anymore, and I'll keep on climbing because there's about 5,500 feet today. So, all right, I'll be back. So this is kind of interesting. You know, I'm still hiking in the fog, but if I look up, you can see blue sky. So hopefully that means the fog is about to lift completely. But yeah, it's kind of neat that I can see fog out where I'm at and blue sky above me, which means I'm hiking out of the clouds. Well, the fog is lifted, the sun has come out, and the forest looks amazing. There's sunlight glistening off the dew, and the grass is nice and green. So looks like I can take off my raincoat soon and just enjoy the day. Hopefully it warms up a bit too. And I just thought I'd share that because it looks so pretty out. All right. Show a big pile of poop, but that I reckon is bear scat, and I haven't seen a bear, but if I do, hopefully it's from afar. But right in the middle of the trail, there you go. Now that, my friends, is what I call a piped spring. Look at that thing. It's got to be 10 feet long. Beautiful. All right, just get more. So a couple things now that I have a fairly flat spot without too many death rocks to trip over. One, although I definitely actually saw horseshoe tracks in the ground earlier, I've now gone up a couple of very steep ascents, and I'm starting to be a little skeptical about the bringing horses out here story, but maybe it's just part of it, I don't know. And the other thing, so I just talked to a ridge runner, and she said she's been hearing about the big bear scat for about 3 days now from about 10 people, and she is very excited to see it. But what that tells me is that it was at least 3 days old, so there was never, well, there was probably not a bear too close by at the time. And I didn't see a bear. I just saw its evidence. So, quick update. I'll get back to you. Look, it's my first deer on trail. There's another one up there. You can't really see him because his head's down. This is the first one I've seen. First any wildlife other than a couple snakes. And there he is. There he goes. And a couple chipmunks and some squirrels. Oh, amazing. Go back home, of course. You go out hiking and you see, or you go out running and you see 100 deer every time. It's the first one I've seen in almost 200 miles. All right, cool. Day 17 and the campsite is packed. I don't know where all these people came from, but did about 16 miles today, and so I have a short trip into the Newfound Gap tomorrow, about 8 miles, and then I'm going to try to hitch a ride into Gatlinburg and take a day off. But it's so packed here that I'm probably not going to record anything else, and it's probably going to be another cold night. All right, see you tomorrow.